Hey friends, it's Dr. Amber Brim, better known as the Trade Doctor. And if you've been watching these markets, you already know this week is going to be a big one. We have some heavy hitters reporting like SoFi, Lilly, Meta, Coinbase, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and United Healthcare. They are all reporting earnings. And here's the thing, guys, when these companies move, the entire market can feel it. Earnings reports, they act like a spark in the market. They create volume, they create volatility. And for those of us who know how to read price action, that volatility can equal some pretty good profit. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not out here gambling. No, we don't gamble. We use strategy. And earnings are a chance to capitalize on short-term moves as well as forecast long-term swings that can set us up to position our accounts to multiply. So, while others are still trying to make sense of the headlines, we're out here studying these charts, looking for setups. All right, let's talk about my favorite setups during earnings. One of my favorites is the drop and pop. Tesla gave a perfect example last week. The stock sold off pretty hard right after earnings, and it shook a lot of people. They got out of their positions. But then it exploded to the upside. That one trade setup profited $10,000. All right, and then it's so important to know that you don't have to catch every single move, right? Just knowing the right setups can be just what you need. You don't have to trade every day. The other setup that I love for earnings is the gap and flush. And Netflix gave a perfect example of that. The stock gapped down, right? It gapped down right after earnings, and it never looked back. No bounce, no mercy, no nothing, just straight to the gutter. It just kept going down. So that's another one of my favorite strategies to use for earnings, all right? The traders thought that they were going to buy the dip. They got in too early, and they actually got caught up with the momentum selling. So you have to be mindful and make sure you're watching volume and, really looking at the chart to see what's happening. Don't just go in buying something just because it dropped after earnings. Wait until you see that it's actually hitting some support level. And as a matter of fact, jump in it and write it down. Sometimes if we don't really know what the market is going to do, then we can use a strategy called a straddle. So with a straddle, you're going to buy both a call and you're going to buy a put, and you're going to straddle the price. That way, no matter which way the stock goes after the earnings, whether it goes up or down, you can win, right? Volatility becomes your friend. So you may be wondering like, okay, this is great news, but how can I use this to help me prepare for this coming week? We have Meta, Google reporting midweek, and Apple and Amazon closes us out. So you want to mark those dates on your calendar. You want to watch pre-earnings price action. Look for tight consolidation, meaning that the price is moving sideways. It's really tight. That means it's growing and it's a signal, right? Decide what play you want to take. Do you want to do a gap and go or a gap and flush? If you're more of a patterns trader, then you might be looking for the drop and pop. Or if you really don't know which direction and you can't predict it, you want to go ahead and use a straddle. But remember, whatever strategy you use, risk management is not optional. It's not optional. You have to use your stops, right? You have to use your stops. You want to protect your capital, protect your money. So this is one of those weeks, guys, where focus will pay off. Focus and patience. While most people are scrolling through the news, trying to figure out what to do, we're going to be studying our moves, making our plans, getting our setups ready. So if you just need a framework and you're ready to learn how to trade strategically and not emotionally, join me inside the Money Making membership. That's where I'll walk you through how to turn volatility into opportunity step by step. Wealth is not built by chance. It's built by strategy. All right, guys. I'll see you guys inside the charts. Let's make this a profitable week.